Hello, everybody. This is Sri from BizBuzz. What matters the most in your business? Sponsored by My Work Belt. My Work Belt is a operating system or a all-in-one software for particularly catered to service-based small businesses. Anywhere from sales, project management, inventory, and AR, AP, all inclusive, along with training and growth reviews on monthly basis, sitting with business owners. If you are a small business owner, particularly in service-based industry, check it out, myworkbelt.com. And today I have a great guest, Christopher Cotter. Chris is I love his profile. He has been a SAP consultant. It's up in the alley of large corporations, how software is using for helping the large corporations. And now he is running three different small businesses and entrepreneur and technician turned entrepreneur, and great wisdom, great knowledge, and he knows exactly how a software technologies can be applied on a small business. Chris, how are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. Thank you for having me today. And man, you make me sound better than I am.
Excellent.
You also make me sound like I'm tired right now with all these companies I'm running, which I am.
You know, you're that is a typical small business owners, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely is. That's why
Yeah.
I've got coffee here, water here, hydrogen water over here. I'm going to keep myself up for hours, that's for sure.
That's right. That's right. So, Chris, now you are into AI technology, and matter of fact, you just mentioned that you own a bar and restaurant along with your wife,
Yes.
and into multiple businesses. Tell me, what is the relevance of software on any business? Why
Oh,
do the people need to have a software?
yes, it's huge. Software applications run across every industry. Example, I've got cloud-based software at the restaurant bar that my wife and I own in northern Wisconsin. It's called Toast. Everything is done in the cloud. It is 100% SaaS cloud-based model. Then you look at my charging company, a EV charging organization. All of our cloud is one, or all of our software applications are 100% cloud-based. We build, develop, and grow any of our applications on
Right.
clouds, and we continuously do everything 100% in a cloud-based structure for any of those applications. And then you look at our Mugatu AI. All of our AI language models, our large language models, our slow language models, our AI IoT, AI Internet of Things applications are all designed, built, and run off of the cloud in a SaaS-based model. And all those applications, we use Google, we use Office 365, we use our Zooms, our Teams. Everything that we do is an application that is a cloud-based application, and every single one of those companies have to have those applications in order for us to even run the business and to be able to
Correct.
be up and running. And so it's great.
Chris,
Yes, everybody has an app.
Chris, you came from technology background, as we
Mhm.
talked about. You are an SAP consultant, and you have a great deal of experience and vision for how to use technology. But a lot of small business, they are not from technology background. They are
No.
afraid of technology,
Mhm.
and they don't even know if there is a technology available to help their business.
Right.
So, what do you suggest to these people, those who don't have knowledge and ability to apply technology on their business?
So the first thing I always tell people, and I equate it back to my wife, who runs the bar restaurant on a day-to-day basis. Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. Go out there and search Google, search any of the applications that you're looking for. If you're looking for something to, like in the bar business, you have to track the weight
Yeah.
of the bottles
Yeah.
of alcohol. You have to take the orders of individuals. So you're going to need a tool, a POS system, point of sale, to that. But don't be afraid of the technology. Once you purchase that technology, don't be afraid to use it. Don't be afraid to learn on it. Go out and learn something about it. Make sure you and your team are embracing it. So take the mindset of, oh, I'm scared. It's going to I could so screw everybody screws something up. If you screw it up, you just go back to yesterday's copy and you bring it back and you talk to your customer support people. But make sure that you try it, use it. Use Google Sheets, use Google's Word docs, the documents, use their time tracking, use their calendar. Those are all applications you can use and integrate within your company. It'll make your life so much easier just by doing it. Don't be afraid to try.
You came from, again, I'm going back to your original career where the large corporations have used a lot of softwares,
Mhm.
particularly enterprise resource planning softwares that are pretty heavily investment involved.
Oh,
Now,
yes.
small businesses don't have such a deeper pockets to do such a large investments involved. Now, a lot of small businesses, they think in order to use a proper information technology solutions, they need to have a deeper pockets. What is your take on it? What do
I
you
would say no.
suggest?
No, you don't need to. Let's start with instead of going with Microsoft products, go with Google products. Google products, even if you're using your own website and your own web domain, you can still use a very inexpensive Google Sheets, Google Docs, Google
Right.
Calendar, Google Call. You've got the calling capabilities. Instead of spending 150 to $175 a month on Teams and those things, you're spending $5 a month. Look for an alternative to what is out there. Instead of using Salesforce CRM, use HubSpot. It costs less. Zoho. There's so many different applications that are out there. The price point is much lower because they're an open source tool. You still download those on your Mac or your IBM or your whatever Lenovo. The cost points are going to be much less. Make sure you're working with, QuickBooks Online, much easier to use. You're tracking all your billing and you can integrate that or use bill.com. It's got all the bells and whistles and it's less price points. And small businesses don't need to have everything that an enterprise company does. Use the product that is going to be right for your company at a cost point that's going to be right for your company.
The key is having an open mind to be able to try,
Yes.
right? So not having being afraid of technology, not having a mind of open, let's try it and see what happens, and then go back to it. So
Right.
if there is a new startup company, as you have a very good experience in startup companies, a new entrepreneur wanting to start their business, um, and what do you suggest on the technology standpoint? I mean, if they have any service or a product they have, they already got it covered, right? But technology standpoint, see, we have my work belt. We provide all-in-one software from the sales all the way to the delivery and invoicing and collection. Whereas not necessarily the service-based companies, but the product-based companies. So, what kind of technology strategy or steps that you suggest that they need to look at it?
Yeah, when you're looking at an application for a startup, think about what your business does. What
Right.
industry is it in? Can I leverage a tool set to start the company in any of those specific apps? Go out and do a Google search. What are my competitors doing? You should have a competitive report on your organization, anyways. Who are my major competitors? We were just talking about my tool belt. And you had done your competitive analysis of organizations out there. Now, take that analysis and say, okay, well, if they're doing this, this, and this, let me see if there's a competitor to this, this, and this that we can leverage. I go out there and the first thing I do with any of my companies is I automatically get a Google Workspace. I want to be able to store documents securely and legally. I want to be
Right.
able to use the Excel or their spreadsheets. I want to use their documents. I want to be able to use Google Voice. So now I have a Google phone that anybody can call through my cell phone or from my cell
Sure.
phone, and I get a Google Voice and it's a real phone number. I have my IP address. I have my website. That's all done through Google, and it makes my life easy no matter which industry. So I've got an AI company, I've got a charging company, then I've got the restaurant. It all goes across all three industries very easy. So now
Right.
as an entrepreneur, then Then I go out and I look at what I need to make sure that my company's running, my employees, my accounts payable, accounts receivables. Just like my tool belt is fantastic for all of that, I've gone out and used something because I didn't know about your tool set until recently. So then I had those tools to be able to make sure. Then I'm utilizing what can I use to be able to do meetings like this? Well, you've got Google Meet, you've got Zoom, which one is going to fit in my budget, how it's going to fit in my budget,
Right.
all those tools. And then I've got GitHub that I use for my technology repository. GitHub gives me the space and gives me the tools. My people can go in there from any parts of the world. And I've got team members all around the globe that are writing code and developing. And then what I do is I've given everybody carte blanche to be able to use AI tools to validate their code. All code that is written for any of the companies must go through a AI based a ChatGPT or one of the other tools and validate that code. I never want them to put any code out there that has not been validated. And that goes across all the ecosystem, except for the restaurant, of course.
Technology brings in a great deal of advantage. So if I summarize what you're talking about it as a business owner, first thing is be open-minded to use technology, right?
Yes,
Now, once you come to open-minded on using technology, then you do your business case as to what is the different operations you have involved, and then in your business, and then you be able to identify what are the different tools that can be applied, that can be used.
oh,
And
absolutely.
all in all, if you don't have anything else, just talk to somebody, a consultant or IT consultant or somebody who can help you navigate all these technology jargon and technology stack that is available in the market. And but most importantly, what you're suggesting, there are a lot of open source tools and free tools that are available that you can start as a startup company if you don't have a lot of budget available for putting a technology stack together.
Absolutely true.
Chris, great content. Thank you very much for sharing your expertise and greatly appreciate providing this confidence and encouragement for small businesses to use the technology and apply information technology tools on their business.
You're very
Thank you very much
welcome.
for joining us today.
That's exactly what I want to do is I want to encourage people to start a business. Start and try. Don't be afraid to fail. Start a
Sure.
business and succeed. Thank you. I hope everybody tries once.
Yeah. Thank you very much.